This is a reminder to stop listening to people when they tell you to lower your standards. What you want is out there. The amount of times people told me, Kaylin, you're ridiculous. What you want is so specific. You can't expect them to be good looking, tall, actually treat you right, yada, yada, yada. And basically just saying, like, if I keep my standards that high, like, I'm gonna die alone. And I was like, that's okay.
It's one thing to have standards and to be okay with dying alone if they are not met. But it's another thing to have absolutely ridiculous standards that another human being could never meet, and setting your own fate to die alone because your standards were too unrealistic.
It's their fault.
My friend came home from a date the other day and I was like, how was the date? She's like, oh my God, it was a nightmare. And I'm like, why, what happened? She's like, actually, he was a great guy. Like, everything was perfect. He was so respectful. I had a great time. But then at the end of the date, he said a joke and he stuck his tongue out at me and he thought it was cute. Like, I could tell he thought it was cute. I almost threw up on my plate. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I almost threw up. Like, I couldn't handle it. Like, it gave me such the ick. Like, I ghosted him immediately. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, this is the problem with today's generation. Everyone's complaining, I can't find my soulmate. Oh my God, everyone sucks. Nobody's serious. Like, you're not serious. Stop crying over that situationship you said you were in love with, even though he treated you like garbage, but you're not gonna give this respectful guy a chance because he stuck his tongue out weird. Like, come on, seriously, get a grip.
Correction. This is not a problem with today's generation. It's the problem with the majority of modern women. We can safely assume that the guy must have looked aesthetic enough if she went out on a date with him, unless it was just an opportunity for her to get free food. But if these 304s are rejecting full human beings who are really complex in nature over one simple bad joke, there really is no hope for them at all.
Poor, deluded females.
One thing that you need to understand as a woman that has high standards, the only men that will complain are the ones that can't meet your standards. And let me go ahead and tell you the difference. The men that can't meet your standards will complain, will say that you're delusional, will say that you're not a 10 out of 10, will say whatever excuse it is. But the man that knows that he can, that isn't afraid of your standards, will.
This is just horrible advice that validates any woman who has ridiculous standards and blames men for not being able to meet those standards. It's not the man that's the problem, it's the standards.
She's lost her mind!
This might be a hot take, but I have ruined dating for myself. I have set my standards so high that nothing catches my eye. I don't casually date, I don't partake in hookup culture, I don't drink, I don't party. I expect to be treated a certain way, and I am searching. I'm searching for red flags. So as soon as I get a whiff, just a little whiff, they're out. There's no time. There's no time to waste my time, and I'm okay with this. I'm too okay with this. I'm okay with not dating. I'm okay with being alone, and hasn't really been working out for me, so.
If you look for something, you are almost always going to find it. And congratulations, she does always find those red flags she's looking for. The rest of her video is filled with contradictions, because she said she's okay with being alone, yet she says it's not really working out for her, and created a video about her dating experiences. She would be better off not dating at all. She'll spare many guys from wasting their precious time.
It's a waste of time and a waste of money.